listening to LOA Recon with the Good Vibe Coach Jeanette Ma, where we dissect the ins and outs and the art and science of conscious creation, all intended to amp up your manifesting game. Let's have some fun together. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. I've been thinking about a conversation I had with a friend the other day and the reflection that it is on our manifesting habits. So this is a friend that I've known for so many years, many years, and we volunteered in animal rescue together. Back in the day, we've been doing this for a long time. She does it way more than I do, but we did it back in the day when euthanasia rates at shelters were sky high. And these days, I see it as a completely different story. There has been so much progress made. So many more shelters are no-kill shelters now. There are so many more rescue groups who are helping, who are offering resources to the community to help solve issues that many animals experience. But boy, this conversation I had with my friend, it was mind-boggling to me because what I learned was that as she shared her perspective with me, she wasn't seeing what I saw. And she has a front row seat for it. She has a front row seat for how much improved the figures are, the statistics are on how many animals make it out alive. I mean, it's such a dramatic difference. It's mind-boggling. I used to affirm, once I learned conscious creation as a person who volunteered in animal rescue, one of the things I was intending was that I would see in my lifetime, I would see an end to so many of the things that seemed impossible to solve back then. And that I imagined that there would come a time when I would have to compete to get a litter of foster kittens, that it would be challenging to find a litter of puppies who needed rescue. And when I intended that, it was rescue groups would beg. They would beg. It was ridiculous. I'm already seeing it. I already do have to compete for some foster gigs. It's the coolest thing ever. And Facebook is showing every day, someone will post some animal in ridiculous need. And like within an hour or within days, a solution is in place. And those solutions, I didn't used to see those. So from my perspective, there's just been incredible progress. There's so much to celebrate. There's so much evidence of what's going right. But when I was talking to my friend, wow, she didn't see it that way. She didn't see it that way. She was talking like it's still dire straits. It's like she and I live in totally different worlds. We do live in totally different worlds, don't we? Because we're each creating our own reality. So it's not, because I walked away from that conversation wondering, am I just not understanding what's really happening? But I was just going to say the statistics are real. You can see the improvement. Statistics are real. That's funny. The reason I'm bringing this to the podcast is because I was thinking about how we do this as conscious creators. We have a habit of vibration that we don't often give up even when things start to change. Even when the evidence gives us reason to change our story, we stick to the old one because it's what we know so well. I'm not saying this is what my friend had going on, but I've seen this happen in other cases where, have I seen this happen in other cases where, oh gosh, I'm laughing at how many times I've seen this and done it. I've done this too. I'm talking about with our money, where someone is used to feeling broke. And even when they have plenty of money, they still manage to feel broke. There wouldn't be time for me to tell you all the stories of the times people have presented to me dire straits in their finances, and it turns out they're ridiculously rich. but they manage to feel on the edge regardless. We do that in relationships when we're used to having trouble in relationships and you get a fabulous one, but you still treat it like it's trouble. Or when in our business, I've done this one too, where we're used to feeling like it's sketchy, not sure it's going to work. And then we continue that story even when we have success after success after success to draw from and point to as evidence that we could totally be. First of all, we should be telling a different story. Conscious creators should be telling a different story just because we know the value, the power of telling the story that we prefer over the reality that we've got. That's reason enough to tell a good story. I don't expect that of people who don't understand the power of the story that they tell, but we know, and certainly it makes me wonder how I'm doing it. In what areas of my life am I not catching that my reality has so much improved, my story needs an upgrade? I, of all people, know that we want our story to be ahead of the reality, not lagging it. But I'm just sharing this because let's not be the person who's stuck in the old version, who isn't seeing the success that life is delivering. Let's have the eyes for what's going right, and let's have the speech that reflects that. Let's have the vibration that allows it to get even better. That's my idea of a good time. You know what? I think that's all I needed to say in this episode. I hope you enjoyed this short episode. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.